All right. So for this one, guys, in between every problem, you guys can't start up all these conversations, and we can't take 5 minutes. I don't want to raise my voice, but I need you to hear me. We need to get through this, so stop talking. Thank you. All right. So what do we? Why is this problem so hard? It's just algebra. You're just solving for k. The fractions, right? Nobody likes fractions. So what do we do with fractions? We multiply by the denominator. Now the textbook said something about find the lowest common multiple of all the denominators, but the problems are kind of rigged. What I tell students, because sometimes you guys make mistakes on finding the lowest common multiple. What? I make mistakes when I do my... So why are you so sensitive? Basketball. I make mistakes not when I play basketball. I make mistakes when I do math. You watch the videos. I make a mistake just about every problem. But the point is, the truth is, if what I'm gonna get ready. I'm about to drop straight knowledge.
Oh Lord! Whoa.
Pick. So write this down in your notes. Pick largest denominator.
Bars.
Denominator. That's so funny.
I know.
Pick largest denominator, and then, you know what? I would rather you guys multiply by 3 or 4 denominators. In other words, if I multiply by 5, and then I multiply by 10, and then I multiply by 15, eventually I'll get rid of all the fractions. What they want you to do is, and I think 30 is the lowest common multiple, but somebody in here will make a mistake and put 36, and then they can't figure out why stuff isn't canceling out. And that's okay. That's okay. But the easiest way is pick the largest denominator, and then you might have to pick another denominator. So we're gonna have to do this process twice, but you're less likely to make a mistake. So I'm adding an extra step to your work, but you're more likely to get the right answer. So anyways, the largest denominator, I've got 4/5 k plus 7/10 is equal to 13/15 times k minus 3/5. Okay, you guys are anxious but not confused. So now watch this. If I say 5 times, so I'm going to, not 5, I'm going to multiply by 15. So I'm going to multiply this whole thing by 15 over 1. So if I say 15 over 1 times 4/5, the denominator always stays the same. Did you notice that? Because you're going to say 1 times whatever. But you really only have to multiply the numerator. 15 times 4 is 60. Okay? But then, what's 60 divided by 5? 12. Okay? So that whole thing reduces down. So when I plug this into here, and you could do it in your head, but if you can't, you should write it down. 15 times 4 is 60. 60 divided by 5 is 12. So that first one is 12k. Do the same thing again. 15 times 7. Oof, that's a hard one. Anybody know what that is off the top of your head? Well, it's 15. I think it's 105. Let's see. 15 times 7. 105. I said it. Get on my level. So now remember, it's just 105 in the top. Shh, quit talking. And then I'm just going to leave the 10 here. That's okay. You will end up with 10.5. Let's just leave it like it is now. 10 does not divide evenly into 10/05. Leave it the way it is. Leave it the way it is. Now, what is 15 times 13? Well, let's do that one on our calculator. I think it's 175. 15 times 13.
195. Get on our level.
195. Yeah, I was off.
El Bozo?
So, but wait, is 195 divisible by 15? Let's see, divisible by 15. Yeah, it has to be. Oh, 13. So this whole thing reduces down to 13K. Next, we're going to, I guess I got to use yellow.
Yeah. What's your vendetta against yellow? Did you accidentally eat yellow?
Listen, I don't want to get into it, but I had an issue with yellow when I was younger, and it's my fault. Yeah, I did have a jaundice.
Sorry.
Can we? Hey, you guys are going to take a test. Can we finish this? Jaundice.
That's what came to my mind. Sorry.
Okay, shh. Focus. 15 times 3 is what, you guys?
45.
45 divided by 5 is what?
9.
So that whole thing reduces down to 9. Now, if you noticed, we did not get rid of one of the fractions, and that's okay. I can get rid of the fraction. How do I get rid of the fraction? Multiply by 10. 10 times 12K becomes 120K. 10 times this is going to be 1,050 divided by 10. It's just going to end up being 105.
Wait, how did you do that?
I did it in my head. But if I say 10 times 105 is 1,050, but when you divide by 10, guess what? It's 105. Oh, I don't know why I did that. And then 10 times 13K is just 130K. And then 10 times negative 9 is negative 90. Okay, cool. So I'm going to subtract 120K from both sides. Now I picked 120 because it was the lesser of the two K's. Okay. So these will cancel. I'm left with 105 over here. And then what's 120 subtracted from 130? 10K.
Oh, what?
Who said 11? Get out.
I didn't hear the question.
Anyways, so I've got you guys can't say names. Now I'm going to add 90 to both sides. I'll edit it out. These cancel, and it equals 10K is equal to 195. Okay. Divide by 10.
Hold up. How did you get 195?
What's 105? 5 plus 0 is 5. 0 plus 9 is 9, and you bring down the 1.
Okay,
But you could do it on the calculator if you.
Calculator.
And you divide that by 10, doesn't that become 19.5?
Yeah.
Probably.
Now, when you look at the answers, though, they don't have 19.5, but what is that as a fraction? Now, let me show you this, too. I want to show you this, too. I've shown you this before, but I want you to have all the tools that you need. I have 19.5. If I want to change that to a fraction, how do I do that? Go to math, then what? Oh, there it is right there. It's first thing. Change it to a fraction. Well, bam. Now, that is an improper fraction, but I notice my answers have mixed numbers. How do I fix that? Or I hit math, yes, and go over to the fraction menu, right? Go down to this bottom one, and it changes an improper fraction to a mixed number or a mixed number into an improper fraction. I'm going to choose that. Well, bam, with the bacon sizzle, 19.5.
Whoa,
Dare I say it? Get on my level.
You're the coolest ever, Mr. Adams.
Well, I'm not.
Don't lie to me.
Hey.
I'm sorry.
Hey, that's my name, and that's bullying.
I said Jimmy.
First of all, she's not wrong. I am the coolest. Second of all. All right, here we go. So that's the final answer, which that was D, I think. Well, I think it scrambles the answer, so it's 19.5. Some of you it'll be D, some of you it'll be B. So that it?
Yeah.
Probably.
So I will leave this up there for a minute so you can copy. You want me to zoom out?
How much work is there?
Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you don't write all of this down, and then you try to do this on your own on the test, it's going to be a challenge for you. If you did write all this down, the only thing you have to do, because you're going to get a problem just like this, but with different numbers, and go, oh, Mr. Adams multiplied by the denominator. Oh, Mr. Adams multiplied by the denominator. Oh, Mr. Adams did this, Mr. Adams did that. And when you do all those things, in fact, I'm even going to put in here some of these screenshots of the calculator stuff. Look at that. So you guys, so this is, and if you wrote this down, those are the things that help you, right? Like, and I know you don't think of these things, but I'm letting you do this open book, open notes. So you could literally write all this stuff down. And then when you go to take the test, go, oh yeah, this is the one problem. Here are the things that I did to get the right answer. And if you do that enough, eventually you kind of memorize or learn what you got to do when you have to do it and how to do it. And that is why we're here. Mic drop.
Can we do this paper boy